Welcome back to Helos and Homies. This week over in Dublin in the Europa League final, Ademola Lookman scored a very famous hat-trick. Today in Penrith at 2 p.m, there's been another famous hat-trick. Juicy Jason is back on the podcast for the third time, and I'm with him in one of his most public, transformative periods. He's just gone through a cease and desist, and now he's rebuilding his brand involuntarily from the ground up. Welcome back.
Thank you,
Jason
bro.
Kamiti.
Pleasure having you, bro. My guy.
Thanks for coming,
I
brother.
appreciate it. Nah, nothing else, bro. I'm focusing on content. Like I'm trying to push more content.
This day in the life's are cool.
This day in the life, yeah. Content about like me plus my business, cutting. Just show another side of my life, bro. Yeah, basically that's
You
it.
done any cool call outs?
No, I haven't, bro.
You know what you said earlier?
Yeah.
The Roddy Rich thing. You hadn't mentioned that last time in public. Remember you told me? And you're like, yeah, I can't.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't because I didn't want questions about it. Yeah, but yeah, whatever, bro. Should I? Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. It was just nah. So basically, like, that whole situation was just a funny situation when I think about it now, because it's what made me be able to go and cut all the other famous people that I've cut now.
Yeah.
And understand how like I should do it proper. So I think that situation was ruined by his manager, unfortunately, where it was like we agreed to a price, we agreed to a time. I got 4 hours delayed on the time. I got cut the price in half as well. So I wasn't actually getting anything weird to what we agreed. And it was late at night. I still had school. So I was still in school. So basically we agreed to a time. He came 4 hours late to that time. We agreed to a price. He gave me half of that price. But it wasn't him. It was the manager.
Yeah.
So it's the manager that ran everything. He's the one that organized it. So that was a situation where it really discouraged me from like celebrities. I was like, bro, they're just scummy people, bro. Like these guys they're rich, they're big time, and they can't even help out someone who's 18 at the time. I was only 18, had school the next day. So yeah, I said that name. I don't know why I said that name, but yeah, basically, yeah, that's what happened when I did go out and cut Roddy and his manager. But I am very thankful for that opportunity, because if it wasn't for that, then I wouldn't know how to communicate now better. So when I cut Junior Choi, I was contacting him personally. You know what I mean? It wasn't through a manager, and I brought Kundai with me, so I had someone to back up. Then when I cut all the NBL players, I feel like ballers aren't really like. Yeah, they're not scummy.
Because I know they come to you as well.
They come to me as well. They're not scummy. They're not weird, bro. They're real good, genuine people. So them ones, it was, just hitting them up, organizing a time, and I'm there. Or they come to me, bro. Yeah, so it was good. It was good. I think I'm really glad it happened.
Yeah.
This is just another experience, just like this cease and desist.
Let's get into it, bro. That's what people are here for.
Yeah. Okay.
One of the it's one of the craziest things I've seen happen to someone that's not overly serious. You know what I mean? Like in the scheme of life, it'll be much of a muchness. But I noticed like you weren't uploading the stuff, and then I saw you post, and then I was like, oh, and then it just hit me straight away. Like before you'd even post a YouTube video, I was like, yeah, I know what brand has come and knocked on the door and gone.
And do it. Yeah. A lot of people saw that coming too. But like I was saying before when we were talking earlier, bro, like my biggest thing is I didn't know that they could trademark such a popular name in the name of just Juicy. So that's something I wasn't prepared for. Then now when I'm getting this letter in the mail, I'm like, bro, no, the time has come. Like this is them getting me. So yeah, that's another lesson where now I know that I need to do everything legally. I need to make sure I check background before I step into anything. I think I was on so much drive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't even trying to make Juicy Apparel a brand, bro. Like it was merch. Remember, it was just merch at the beginning. Then I just got so much love and support, and I'm like, I could actually take this further. So yeah, I think the moral of that story is to move that vision, that same passion, that drive I had, and move it into what's next.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So the Juicy Apparel exists for just short of 18 months. Thereabouts, right?
Yeah.
When you get the letter in the mail and the email, what's your initial... Oh, bro, what are you thinking when you're reading it? Do you go into shock almost, or like a?
Yeah, like my heart sank. I was like, oh oh my gosh, bro. Like,
Yeah.
what? My heart proper sank, bro. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, I've just got to cease and desist, and now I have to do what they say. If I don't do what they say, they take me to court. It's not worth taking to court because they trademarked this name before I was born. So now it's like, okay, well, I have to do what they say. But I didn't want to do what they say. I wanted to just quit it. I was like, let me just forget about it. I don't want to pay anything. I don't want to do this. It was just, I just really tried to remove myself out of that situation as best as I could, and I couldn't. Even the video I posted, I really didn't want to post that video. People kept telling me, like, how are you going to word of mouth explain this to everyone? So I was like, okay, I do need to make a video. That way everyone understands the situation. Now you can ask me further questions later. Yeah. So yeah, that's another thing when I did it, got so much love and I understood, it made me even want to push it even more. So yeah, I was really mad. I was mad, angry, sad, confused. I was every emotion. In that one moment when I opened that letter.
What were the emotions that night when you were going to bed?
When I was going to bed, I was very, very sad. Yeah. Because now I'm like, man. Like,
what made you sad about it?
What made me sad the biggest was that I wasn't allowed to speak to anyone outside of my family about it. That's when I was like, okay, now I can't really grieve with anyone. Now I have to still work and cut hair and still act like everything's okay in my life. Because if I act like I'm going through something, I'm going to have to talk about it. I'm cutting people for 45 minutes in the chair. I can't hide those emotions the whole time. So I just really that night prayed for strength. Because I knew if I didn't have strength, I would have looked weak. And if I look weak, people are going to ask you questions. Because I'm the most outgoing person. Yeah. So that was the hardest part. So I'm like, look, I'm going to have to low-key put a facade on for a month. And that was it. When I did finally start to like tell people, that's when people were like, there's no way you're going through that alone. Like people really couldn't believe it. And yeah, I cannot thank myself for that. That's why I just give glory to God, because there's no one else that could have helped me go through that alone. Like my mom did help me. Yeah, she helped me get my mind straight on things. But yeah, it was too hard of a situation to do that. Yeah, so I did cry. I cried that the whole first week. And then I was told that I had 4 days to reply, sign the letter, send it back to them, and tell them what I was going to do. And I'm like, yeah, look, I'm not taking it to court. I'm taking your undertakings, and I just got to give it up. Let's
walk people through the actual process of letter received to what steps followed to completely dissolve the brand. Because like I know what would happen from other people having similar experiences, but there's some people out there would have no clue, like, where do you even start? What do you even have to do?
Okay, so for me, they told me in the letter, like I'll break down the letter. So the first couple pages was them telling me how big of a brand I was dealing with, the one that sued me.
Nuts, eh?
Nuts, huge brand, very big brand.
If you don't know, just look up the name.
Just look up the name, and it will be like one of the first brands that pop up. So yeah, they told me, look, we've been a brand for upwards of 4 years, or even 25, I think. So they flexing. Then they went through my page, showed the similarities, said, look, this is where we're getting you at. Then they started saying what I'm committing, the act of passing off, I'm imitating, blah, blah, blah. So now they give you the option and they say, look, you can put this up and take this to court. So you can go and take this to court, or you can follow these undertakings. And it was like 10 steps. And out of those 10 steps, number 1 was to delete the website because it had my name. Number 2 was to delete any social media accounts I had, Instagram, TikTok, change the names, delete content that I had on any social media pages. Another step was to send them a profit, loss, revenue, date sold, date made, date advertised list so they can check and just see how much I've made over the time. So I had to send them that. So I think that one helps them figure out if they should gain money off you for damages or not. So fortunately, I didn't make enough, and obviously I didn't sell my recent drop because they sent me this letter 2 weeks after my drop. So it was 2 weeks after my drop, so I didn't even get to sell majority of my drop. So I was already in a loss there, and then I wasn't at I wasn't really at a high profit in general. So yeah, that's actually a great thing. I didn't get sued for any money. It was just destruction. Then another step.
It'd be so petty if they did.
Yeah, that'd be too petty.
It'd be worse for their brand if they did.
If they did, yeah. Because that actually would have been real bad. Yeah. I think that would have been a lot worse. And then
So you're left with a fair bit of stock as well in terms of the actual worth of stock you have.
I had stock left over from other drops, half that stock from that recent drop. Stock coming that I hadn't released yet. So I was working in advance and I just couldn't get that stock in. I couldn't promote that before. So I had all this amount of stock, and then another step was to hire a destruction agent, a company, to come and destroy the clothes. And then I had to make sure that you have to make sure that it's removed from any store or place that you conduct work at. So for me, it was only in my barber studio, but for other brands, probably in different shops, right? I had to remove it from there. What's another step that I had to do? And then, then I had to send proof. I had to send them statements of destruction, statements that I've deleted everything. So they had to see the proof, and obviously they can check the social media accounts and see themselves. So once I think you've done all those steps and they're happy with them and you've sent it, then they get back to you, or I sent it to their lawyer sent it to them, they got back to me, and then I think they asked me for they told me in my store I can't display anything because I still had stuff displayed, like the OG hoodies on the wall. They're like, nah, you can't have that either. So I had to remove them as well. I think that's pretty much it. And then, called the destruction company. They came with bins. Tipped them all in the bin. That hurt a lot. That hurt a lot, bro. Tipping them in the bin, so I had to tip them in the bin. Still, all of them were still wrapped in like nice packaging. Tipped them in the bin, and then they went and they shredded it. Then they send you the statement. You send them that, like I said, and then if they're happy with everything, then it's resolved. And then they say, they don't need to contact you further. I think what makes the situation hard is if you want to rebuttal, or if you want to be like, look, I want this, this. Can I still sell this, da-da-da? But I had my mum in my ear. That's why I actually couldn't even give anything to my friends or anything. So my mum's like, no, look, take it serious and do what they say. Like, you don't want to disobey them or whatever. So I was like, all right, I'm going to just do that. But then once all of that's done, it's done. And it's done now. So it's finished.
Crazy, bro.
Crazy.
It sucks you have to destroy it instead of give it to charity. That's like something that poked out of me straight away. Interesting. But after, so you've done the cease and desist part, right? And you're left there. Did you get the name for your new brand before you started that, or was it after? Like, did you sit there without any rebrand happening for a few weeks?
We just talked about this a little while ago, but actually, the name that I'm rebranding to happened the week of my drop. It was actually the week, so I still had my brand. I still had Juicy Apparel.
Yeah.
This name was ringing for that week, then into that second week. Then I got the cease and desist, and that name was still in my head.
Yeah.
So it was actually just towards the end, which is crazy. So I didn't get this name ringing after I did. After the cease and desist happened, it was actually just a couple weeks before, and then I prayed on it heavy and just made sure it was meant to be. Then I saw signs, and I was just seeing so much quote unquote coincidences, and I was like, nah, this is crazy. So then I talked to the guy that helped me register JuicyCuts. So once the situation happened, I protected JuicyCuts straight away. And if you don't know, when you're working with trademarks, it's in classes. So it was in a completely different class to what I was getting sued for. So they couldn't touch it. They couldn't touch JuicyCuts. So I registered JuicyCuts, and it was that same week I chatted to the same guy that registered for me, and I said, look, I've got another name. I've got an idea. Is this available? And he said, yeah, it's available. So it's 2 words, and I've trademarked both words just to make sure. So I'm not getting stitched up by anyone. And so I fully own this new name.
Do you want to reveal it?
Should I reveal it?
Yeah. And I'll release the episode in accordance of your late rollout.
Okay. So I have it written down. I have it written down because there's other stuff.
I'm going to wait. For those listening or watching that are fans or friends of Jason's, I'm going to give you, what do you reckon? 3 seconds of silence between us for you to think of a name and say it out loud, and we'll see if you get it. All right, that's enough time. Now, what do you got?
Okay.
I said God-fearing, by the way. We already recorded for 10 minutes and the audio the visuals weren't on.
The visuals weren't on. All right, so the new name of the brand is going to be called Justified Collective. So justified means declared or made righteous in the sight of God. And there's going to be 2 staple Bible verses for this brand. And it's Romans 5:1. Therefore, since we've been justified by faith, let us have peace with God through our Lord Jesus Christ. And the second one is Romans 3:24. For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God, and are justified by his grace as a gift through the redemption that is in Christ Jesus. Right? Then, the whole description of the brand, which I've written down myself, is welcome to Justified Collective, where we offer apparel that celebrates our faith, along with exclusive access to inspirational videos, enlightening interviews, and captivating podcast snippets. Join us in spreading the message of God's love through our brand as a collective. So that's the brand, bro.
Crazy, bro.
Justified Collective. Yeah, man. I'm real excited for it. Really, really excited for it. So
when you say you saw the name popping up, where did you see it?
I've seen the name in. I was watching some videos that I normally just watch when I'm trying to understand specific passages or concepts when I'm reading the Bible and stuff. And yeah, he was just explaining, and then he had a whole title and he was talking about that word, and I was like, wow, this is powerful. And then I can't remember the other time I saw it. I think, yeah, I just seen it elsewhere, and I just seen it like throughout my day, and I was like, okay. Days, sorry, not just days. Throughout my days in like a week's time, and I was like, okay, I need to think. So what I'm trying to do is just do a lot of stuff with this brand in general, like more than I did before, not just the clothes. I'm trying to create like an environment where I can have people who are along the faith journey and have them talk about their stuff, but in a way where it's not necessarily going to be like a podcast, like how we're sitting down right now and fully, but more like a practical podcast, like people just while they're doing what they do. It's like the specific people that I'll have on there. Testimony. So a testimony is basically your story and like how you came to Christ, how you came to the Lord, and stuff that you face, like a personal experience, and like now you're now walking with the Lord and trusting him with all his plans for you instead of, leading on your own. So I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to just build that community. I'm trying to create events where I can get artists, where I can work with other people. There's a lot of people that I'm currently working right now with to make all this happen. Creating little short films, working on that right now. It's really exciting saying this, because it's like I'm not just saying it and I'm like, yeah, hopefully I'll do it. Like I'm actually putting pen to paper and I'm working on this stuff right now currently. Like,
yeah, bro.
I'm working on it hard. So yeah, I can't wait to release it with everyone and just see like a completely different perspective on how to just approach the whole topic of faith, and how to like I think if people see it in,
is one of the things you want to do with the brand. So for me, right? I grew up in Catholic schools.
Yo.
I'm not a man of religion. I'm a spiritual man.
Yeah.
But not one of religion.
Yeah.
Would one of your goals be for the brand to act as the possibility of someone who's considering faith maybe starting to maybe act on that consideration, where it's like your testimonies and things like that, I know what they are, are acting as the possibility for people to, do you know what I'm saying?
I get exactly what you're saying.
Walk more towards faith if they're not from faith.
If they're not
already.
from faith, 100%, bro. Yeah. For those who aren't of faith and those who are of faith and just want to strengthen it. But I feel like more so solidifying the fact that it's a lot more relationship over religion.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like religion is there to separate us. Like if you look at the whole Christian denomination, you have Catholicism, Protestant, Orthodox. You have so many different subsections, right? And I think as Christians as a whole, we can get so caught up in, oh, he's Catholic, but he's Orthodox, or he's Pentecostal, or he's Anglican, and we can just side by like what they agree.
Stupid,
it's stupid, bro. But like at the end of the day, like, and the whole idea of a relationship is to follow Jesus and his teachings, because he's the core of everyone's belief. Like as long as you're a faith-filled person, that's the core belief, right? So I'm just trying to promote that building a personal relationship, like having like a connection with him for yourself, not specifically in this building, wearing these clothes, doing it in this moment. It's more like me as a person, I have a relationship and I know how to speak to him. Getting people who are of all walks of life who have, like, I know some crazy stories. People who have gone heavy into drugs, like used to do this and just changed. And then like you have people who were on the verge of, you know, suicide and all these thoughts, like and then now coming to Christ and seeing them transform and change. And I just want
bad men as well.
Proper bad men, women who were just, you know, like fully abused, and like now they've just come into a sense of forgiveness and all this stuff. So I want to just show people like these are the different types of people. You don't have to be perfect to be this person or perfect to be in this area like that. And yeah, and just making it fun and creative, and yeah, just leading that along with the clothes, which I was already doing with Juicy Apparel. A lot of people know with Juicy Apparel I was already doing that, but now I feel like this name makes a lot more sense than Juicy. You know what I felt like this whole situation was? Do
you feel like because with Justified, you could at any given moment kind of take a step back from showing your face with the brand?
Yeah, 100%.
But with Juicy, you could.
It was me. Yeah, like I was JuicyCuts. I was Juicy Jason. It's me. Like it was like I really had to be in it. So I don't even really want to be much in this. I want this to be more about the people. And I have those ideas with short films as well. Like I'm actually going to be making short films that are kind of going to encapsulate like these people's stories that I know and film it and document it. I'm going to get a whole lot of people on it. I would love to have even just, I'll try and get everyone, like even if we get some BTS like actors in the back, like I'm really trying to create something that like I haven't seen much people do. And at the end of the day, if you know me, and a lot of people here might know me too, bro, like I have no shy. Like if I'll try something, if I want to do something, I'll try it.
Probably talking to a mirror right now.
100%, bro. And you do the exact same thing. Like if it fails, it fails, bro. You know what I mean? Like, You're gonna like adversity makes success so much sweeter. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you just gotta if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But it will most likely work if you put full effort. Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to do, bro. See how it goes. Continue to pray about it. And yeah, when I say prayer, it's not like I'm not doing like a ritual, bro. Like I'm just literally, it's a relationship. So another thing I'd like to share is that in the Bible, it talks a lot about God knows your heart already. So you don't have to come to him in like specific words. You don't have to come to him in sophisticated language. He knows how you talk on day-to-day basis. So talk to him the same way you do, but he's your heavenly Father. So you gotta treat him with respect. Talk to him like you normally do, but treat him with respect. And that's how I do it. So I'm just like, look, I pray about the situation, and then I get answers. And answers aren't like a voice in my head just giving me an answer. It's more like I'll see people that will talk to me about something that I specifically prayed for, or I'll see it get answered. Yeah, it's cool, bro. Like I don't even know where to target it, but yeah, it's just a cool thing that I'm doing, and I'm really excited for it. I'm just excited. I'm just mad excited.
It's crazy, eh? Yeah. You know what I was going to say earlier, when you talk about doing a business, and like even if you put your best foot forward, it might not fail, but you know, sometimes things will fail. When it comes to Juicy, the one thing I've taken away from this whole cease and desist on your end, I've always known how diligent you are with how you do things. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like whether it's the barbering spoke for itself, the brand spoke for itself. But then this comes along and it shows me, and I can see it in your eyes as well when you talk about this next brand, is there's another level of diligence that you're going to take in making moves. When you talk about cease and the trademarks, and you see on a cease and desist, they've got the name itself and then the name plus.
Yeah.
And then so you say to me straight away, well, this is what I've done on the next one. I've done the name and the name plus. And I went back to my barbershop and did it again as well.
And did it again. Yeah.
But it's mad.
It's mad. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, 100%. Like proper diligence now. Like I'm gonna actually, like I've kicked 7th gear, bro. Like right now I'm on a different full throttle. Like I'm just head rolling, bro. I'm not even saying, I'm just coding stuff. Yeah, I'm just going hard. Yeah, I'm really pushing it, and I'm excited to see. I just want to see everyone build up with me. You know what I mean? Like same with you. You have that exact mentality. Like everyone along your side. Like when you're doing your whole running thing, right? Like you are literally making everyone fit and work hard too. Like it's motivating, and that's the same. I took that from you. I seen you pushing how much you're doing the runs, you're doing the run club, you're pushing just being healthy as a person. You've cut down weight, you've been healthy, and I'm like, look, it's like I take that part of your life and I'm now adapting it to me in terms of like, all right, now I need to do the same thing. I need to continue my process, but with everyone as well. So I need to bring up everyone. So I'm working with more designers. I'm working with more videographers, getting new people along the race with me. And I think it's good. It's a marathon, bro. Not a sprint. Yeah.
Shout out Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, man.
Shout out Jazz Nobody Marathon when I run my lap. One of the all-time bars.
Yeah, bro.
In terms of this is more of a tougher question, but doing an involuntary rebrand, like the word came to you, like God's timing, obviously, right? The word comes to you as just before you get the cease and desist.
Yeah.
But in terms of silhouettes, colors, shapes, sizes, things like that, has any of that changed?
Yeah, a lot of it's changed.
So you've gone for a full
different approach.
Yeah, it's mad. That's the way to do it, bro.
Yeah. Full different approach. Like now I knew how the other one worked. And like I said, I'm gonna try a different approach now. And I'm not gonna do chapters. I'm cutting that off. It's a cool concept. I've got another idea, but I'm more having
from a business perspective, bro, that you're forking out a lot of money and just hoping it, like not hoping.
Yeah, I get you.
You can do all the marketing in the world, but some things, external factors it'll hit like financial times on people across the country. So it's like, you're putting a lot of money into those 4 chapters there. And if one of them didn't hit, then it could be it.
It could be it. Yeah. It's a very like, you need to trust that it's gonna be a great hit, like drop. Yeah, so I'm cutting that out, bunning that off. Doing what's the other thing we're talking about? No chapters.
Silhouettes.
Different silhouettes, different ideas, more creativity in production, not just simple stuff that everyone's doing. Like I'm trying to be more creative, hit markets that people haven't tapped into yet. Yeah, I'm really taking this one serious.
Yeah,
proper serious.
Bro, how cool.
More planning as well. A lot more planning. Like right now, I don't owe anyone a drop. I don't owe anyone some time when I need a drop. So I'm taking my time with it. I'm gonna make sure these samples come in well, and they're done. I'm gonna make sure when I do start doing these videos, I've planned it properly. I've got a crew, not just me. Because the thing is, people always want to help me. There's so many people that want to help me, but me, I don't like asking for help. Like you could say, yeah, bro, I got you, and I'll do it myself.
Same.
Don't know why, bro.
It's bad, eh?
It's such a bad habit, bro. I need to stop doing that. Like there's people who are willing to help. So that's what I'm doing. Now I'm like, okay, all these people that are willing to help, let me actually get them along the journey.
Yeah.
That puts them on, that gives them more confidence. They grow, I grow. It's collective. That's the whole part of the collective part. That's why I was like, it's justified, declared or made righteous together, not just me. So that's the whole meaning to it.
Yeah, that's mad, bro.
Yeah.
When you say short films, what would be something maybe a lot of like a short film or like
something people could relate to? Yeah,
that like a lot of people would kind of know. Is there any references in hip hop culture or anything like that you've seen before where you're like, you could give the whole, I don't know if you watched it, big UK short film series, Shiro's Story. Yeah. Shiro's Story. That's full on, but
it's a bit full on. Yeah, but like in terms of there's a storytelling because it was parts. It was like 3 parts, 20 minutes each.
Was that the one where he
the friend
at the end?
Bunda at the end? Yeah. It's crazy. Try to get him. I think he moved and got he got his daughter.
No, his mum.
Was it his mum? It was a little kid though, wasn't it?
It was his mum or his sister in the bed with him.
Yeah.
For those listening, it's a long story about this like 2 boys that fall into a life of crime. Mm-hmm. Sorry for spoilers. One of them at the end of it is getting with his best mate, sister or mum, and he comes in to shoot. Is it shoot or stab? No, shoot.
Shoot, yeah.
And he shoots. No, because the mum dies and they roll her up in a thing.
It wasn't.
They shot the mum.
It wasn't the best friend. No, it was. And then
and they roll her up in a carpet, and the cops pull up, and that's how they get done. Remember?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Remember the cops pull them up and open the boot?
Yeah. You're right.
Anyway, go watch Shiro's Story. But I know what you're saying in terms of storytelling.
It's a storytelling thing. Yeah. And I'm trying to. It's been on my bucket list to make a short film too.
Yeah.
So I want to do that. It's not just one of them short films where you say, hey, boys, like, come, we'll get you to act. Like, I'm going to get people in the field that I know. Like, this is the good thing. And I think this is what's pushed me to even do this. Because I'm a barber, bro. Like, I have so many connects and I cut so many people in different fields. I have videographers or actors or film directors and speaking to them. And a lot of them will be watching. They'll be part of this journey and we can just create something great together, bro. And yeah, I want to utilize this place too. Like the 27 Project Studio, I think is going to be perfect in terms of the small interviews I have planned in my head. Like I'm
something similar to what I did with you.
Similar to what you just
well for
shot.
your testimonies.
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe with
like
something in the background, but
with like a two perspective like this, but not in the room.
Yeah, bro, how exciting!
So exciting, eh? Yeah, man. So
it's a lot to go through by yourself.
It is. That's why I said I don't owe anyone next week to drop.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was thinking with my Juicy. When I look back, I was looking back and I was like, I don't think I fully enjoyed a drop at all. Because when I drop, I'm already designing the next one.
Yeah.
Then I drop that, then I'm designing the next one. I never let it like sit and wait. I always felt like I was in a rush. Yeah, I'm taking a real laid back, chill approach, but not laid back in terms of not working. Laid back in terms of enjoying the process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Mad, eh?
Yeah.
So we've gone through the rebranding phase. We've gone through all that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, this is a good question I had. What were some of the biggest hurdles in terms of mental blocks that you had when you started your rebrand?
I had...
I'll tell you one for mine. This isn't rebranding. This is branding. So if I get a design in my head and I feel like I haven't nailed it, but I for the life of me, I won't be able to do another design until I've done that one. And I feel like that's a massive hindrance.
Okay.
Because I have like a checklist in my head sometimes.
Yeah.
So I'll start a design, but I'm not fully happy with it, but it's almost there, but I know there's work to be done on it. And then I'll go to start another one to give myself a mental break from this one in case allowing for inspiration to come in. And I can't even start the next one because my mind just won't switch off from that one. That's like something I struggle. That's a hurdle I find when it comes to branding.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one because I think I feel that as well. Me, I'm like, I always get caught up in between what I like to wear and what people will buy.
Yeah, for sure.
Bro, like sometimes I'm like, man, this is super sick. This is a cool...
This was me with this.
Yeah.
I thought like this sold well.
Or this was more you were trying to sell for people or for you?
No. I just thought like this is like for me, bro. I love this thing. I think it's like the coolest thing I've ever made. But I just thought like the boys were like, oh, I don't know about pink, and they were like, guys won't wear pink, and I was like, what are we talking about? It's just a color.
It's just a color.
But that was something that hit me.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, the guys won't wear pink, and I was like, I do have to think about what people think. And then I thought, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, you just do it. Yeah, bro, that's the thing. So for me, it's like I want to be creative and I want to make stuff, but then I don't want to make something and then everyone's like, nah, I'm not really. That's not my style. Because low key, the area we live in is a little bit limited. Like people stick to their same stuff. Like they don't really expand, especially color wise too. Black and white. The neutrals are so popular.
But I'm going to speak for a subsidiary of men here. The chubby boys, black won't ever change, even when we get skinny.
Yeah.
That's for me, bro. I've dropped 30 kilos.
Just like pure black.
Because when you wear black, it hides your weight, like it hides your curves.
True.
So even
other colors, yeah.
As you get like skinnier, you still like just drift towards black so often.
Good point. Because now I'm picturing the people I know, and I'm like, okay, yeah. I'm just picturing people that I know, and I'm
but
like,
it doesn't have to be like big boys. There could be boys that were skinny but have a bit of pudge now and things like that.
Okay,
and they'll just start wearing black, and you can pick up on it.
You can pick up, yeah, you're right.
But I know what you're saying in terms of like. Yeah,
going
like
out
what
there.
you're wearing, I don't think I would wear that.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's mad.
It's mad. That's what I'm saying.
But I don't know where to start to find that type of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. This is a perfect example in terms of like, I would love to make stuff like this, but not everyone will wear it.
You have to be in the cities, I think, for that.
Yeah, it's a different market. It's elsewhere. Yeah. It's so elsewhere. So I think that's something that limits my creativity because sometimes I might have this is a sick design. I'll draw it. Then I'm like, nah, no one's actually wearing that. No one's wearing that. That fabric and that color combo will not go. All that stuff. But I think what I'm going to try and do now, I think I'm just gonna spend money in samples. I'm gonna I'm really changing the way I'm running it more towards how the big brands. You got like Cortez, you got Effin, you've got who else does the G-Dub do it normally? Whereas they might even make samples continuously. Like they're constantly making samples, and then in their videos promoting their newest drop, they've got that sample in the background.
Yeah.
And you notice it, and then it's one of them ones that post a video like, oh, that's sick. It's in the background. It's not focused, and then people builds more attention and builds more stuff.
G-Dub did it for
they do that?
a 3/4 length jacket,
In the
and they
background
did
of
it
the
for a reversible hat. No, Paco put up a video, I'm pretty sure. He was like, we just made this reversible hat. What do you think? And then, yeah, that's like sourcing engagement. But with your short film, you'd be able...
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Be able to tell the story, tell the whole story, and then not have like an actual rollout.
Just in the background.
In the background.
Whoever like 4th, 5th, 6th character is, who
Just
gets
wear
enough screen time. Yeah, wear something.
Wear something, and then they're like, oh, that's hard.
Have you thought about making clothes without the words justified on it?
Already patterned, bro. It's already working. It's already working. It's not even, I've got like a logo. I've got the word logo. I've got everything. I've got colors, brand colors. I'm working on the website right now. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Just trying to create that crazy. Yeah, man. I want to show you, because the thing is with me too, the reason why like even so many people never knew what I was going to drop till I promoted it. I wouldn't even tell people. I like doing things and then when they're done, I'll tell people about it. So even this right now, I feel in my head, it's bad. In my head, I feel either cocky and I just feel kind of like I'm boasting because I haven't done anything yet, but I know it's getting done. Like me knowing I've said this, like I need to now get it done fully. But yeah, I don't like talking about things like this until it's like, I can show you, bro. Like, cause I want to just show you instead of telling you. I'm such a show, not tell. But yeah, you'll see it soon.
But I'm also a big believer in like first I say it, then boom, magic happens.
Magic happens, yeah. But it can be the opposite of that. Yeah. You can say it, and,
but if you're
and think, okay, because I've said it, I'll just chill now.
Nah, right? Nah,
Yeah.
That, you and I both.
We know that
action has to follow as soon as you
has to.
But everything I say to people, sometimes I fall short, but there's never denying of the fact that I gave it a crack.
You did, bro. Yeah.
But like that's why, there's a lot of things I've spoken into existence, and I've said them before. I probably should have, but that also makes me accountable.
Yeah, that's what it does. It builds self-accountability. Yeah, you're right.
But I know what you're saying. People say things out of ego. They're like, "Oh, I'll go do this. I'll go do that.
I'll go do this. Yeah,
go do it."
Look what I'm doing tomorrow. Like I don't like doing that.
Yeah,
I'm not one of them ones.
Bro, how exciting, bro!
It's very exciting.
The world's your oyster, huh?
It is. Hey, I like that saying. Hey,
Never heard it?
I only heard it. No, I only heard it recently.
Yeah.
The world's your oyster. Yeah,
bro. Now the day in the life content.
Yeah,
that's a smart move in my opinion, because it kind of shows the life of the barber. And it also it doubles up as marketing in terms of like, my barber's this guy. Who's your barber? You know what I mean?
Your barber, yeah.
But you're making that, and they're proper like short, like
1 minute and 30 seconds. Yeah,
little films.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a short film in it's like a short film in itself.
Yeah,
they take long to edit, bro. And that just was me watching so many people like me. If I'm on YouTube, if I'm on Netflix and I'm watching something, I'm not watching it for entertainment. I'm getting ideas.
Same.
I'm watching it for ideas. Like I'm like, okay, this guy's making money. I can't binge this whole season and not get anything from it. Then what I'll gain from it is maybe a technique of color grading or like how how they're catching my attention. I'm like, why am I actually watching this? Is it the story? Like I'll take tips. Like I just off films. Even YouTubers that I watch, like I'll be watching like Beta Squad and I'm like, yeah, I like the way they film this or something. I'll just be watching stuff. So
bro, always when he shows me his work, I always look at the shots.
You look at the shots,
because he knows how to tell the story perfectly. He's legit the GOAT. Like
the shots make so much sense.
Yeah, and then that's changed my perspective all the time. Yeah. How long does it take you to edit a vlog?
Bro, like 5 hours.
Yeah.
For 1 minute 30 seconds. That's why I'm like, I really respect these editors.
Right,
because I'm editing it, I'm color grading it, and I'm doing the sound on it as well. Like I'm doing all the editing in general. Normally, like for big projects, I think you have someone doing each part. Like you wouldn't do sound design and color grade as well. Maybe, but normally
for the Sunday League, we don't have to color grade it. It's just me,
just you. Yeah.
How long do you reckon it takes?
How long are your videos again? They're long, right?
They're 20-minute videos.
20-minute videos. Yeah, it's got to take you. Nah, but you've been in this, so you wouldn't be as long as me. Maybe 7 hours?
Nah,
No.
10 minimum.
10 minimum?
But it's a 90-minute game, and I got 2 angles of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
So
hard.
that's
It's hard, yeah.
that's what 3 hours of footage right there. Yeah. That's that, and then I've got to cut it up, add the scoreboard into it, and then I've got to go back, add commentary, add the angles, make it all aligned, adjust the audios.
Do you do subtitles? You don't do subtitles in it?
I do for some parts, but not for all of it. But like for parts where I think you might not be able to hear what's being said properly, I'll add it in. But I'd shoot myself before I do the subtitles for the whole thing.
Do you
This week I pumped one out in 3 days whilst going back. I went back to work because of my ankle, but I went back to work this week, and I pumped one out in 3 nights, which was pretty nuts to me.
3 nights?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what, you do 3 hours, done? Or it's just as much as...
It's just as much as I can go until I start falling asleep in front of my laptop.
Okay.
Like on Monday night, bro, I did like 4 or 5 hours, and then it was like 12 or 1, and I was crashing. And it was like, yeah.
That's long, bro. I can't, yeah. That's my thing, but like, I want to get someone to edit it, but then...
Nah,
right now,
I can't, bro. I can't.
It's so hard to now give my mindset to them.
Yeah.
As long as they can get my mindset, then I'm like, but... And then you don't want to call and be like, they send it to you, they think it's good, and then like, nah, I don't like that. I need you to change it. Yeah, it's long.
It's hard, eh?
Yeah. So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to keep doing it yourself?
Sunday league.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
You're going to still do it?
Ideally, I would just work for myself, and that's, just normal hours.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
Because, bro, the YouTube video we uploaded a few weeks ago got 70K.
Did it?
Yeah.
What audience did it hit? Like
Football.
Oh, wow.
Like England.
England, yeah.
Yeah. Like people from England are messaging me about tactics.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's sick.
And they're like, one guy messaged me and he goes, maybe you should bench the big fella. I'm like, yeah, I'm the big fella.
I'm the one that owned this channel.
Yeah. And then, on Reels, we did 5 million.
What? Did you get a 5 mil one?
Yeah.
Which one? What was it? Like
just all the fights.
No, okay.
But like it was just bad tackles and all that. But it happens in the game. I know the game of marketing now. I'm getting way better at it. Mm-hmm. That's why I took a break from Helos, because I was like what we just shot.
That makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
I was like, I'm just going to redo my marketing because I'm starting to understand it, and I'm starting to get way better at it.
I think this season, for everyone, is just really just getting it back in track, bro, and doing a different approach.
110%.
You've been doing it for what, 2-3 years?
What?
The same approach to everything. Now you're flipping it.
Yeah, it completely flipped it. And
that's good. That's good. That's great. That's actually great. Because what we just shot is good. It's a good idea. It's a good concept. Yeah.
And like same with the Sunday League, bro. You had to, when I did it, I just knew, like, I'm going to get clicks. I know I'm going to get 6 figures a fair bit. Like I've gotten 6 figures a fair bit. 50Ks was like not startle me on it. And then 100K, I start to go, all right, let's have a look at my analytics here, watch time and all that. But then I hit $1 million, bro, in 24 hours. And that was nuts. And then it hit 5 million like a week later. And I was like,
what's the engagement on that? Just likes or follows?
Nah, not a crazy amount of follows. So I only got like 2,000 follows. Whereas Nick Air had a 2.5 million video, a 2.5 million viewed video on Instagram Reels, got 25K followers.
25K from it. But I think it's because he's promoting
his business.
No. A place where people can come.
Yeah.
Like you're just showing what.
Yeah,
what
they don't know that. They also don't know that it's like if you're just scrolling on Reels, you might not know that. You might think we're just one of those clip pages, so you might not follow. But if you click on the profile, you'll soon realize it's us. But some people like they're just doom scrolling for.
Doom scrolling. Okay, that makes sense.
But we got 42,000 likes, which meant 1 in every 100 people was liking it. We got 24,000 shares, and we got 5,000 saves.
Right, and you've been posting content for a while, and this is the only stuff that's starting to kick off.
Yeah, but that's proper kickoff. Like I didn't expect. Honestly,
but like, what did you do different from your content before, or did it just randomly come, or did you advertise it?
This is what I had. I knew the fights happened during the game. There weren't even fights, just push and shoves, bad tackles, but there's heaps of bad tackles. So I went, all right. I'm not going to show any goals in this clip. All I'm going to do is show bad tackles, fights, push and shoves, any animosity moments.
Yeah, people like that on Instagram. Instagram's a weird, the
Reels is a
weird,
dangerous place.
Yeah.
But I said, all right, sweet, I've got this. I'm going to just put in text POV. You play Sunday League in Western Sydney. Just went.
And it just went hard.
Because I know what people think when they think of Western Sydney. And even though it's in Blaxland, technically we fall into the Penrith comp. And I was like, nah, we're going to get away with it. Like, people won't care.
They won't care, yeah.
And it just went. It just went.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, that in terms of marketing, I was able to sit down. Like because what I normally do for every game is I make like a short 60-second clip of like 10 to 15 highlights, but it's like real like snappy. You know what I mean? Because people's attention's so ragged. But I for this one I was like, no, I'm not going to include any of the goals or anything like that. I'm just going to stick to this animosity part where all the fights and things are happening, and upload that with that caption because it makes sense. It fits what I'm at, like what's happening, and then it just went on its own.
Oh, okay, that's good. That makes sense.
But yeah, I feel like I'm getting better at that. Just adjusting how you approach things, bro.
Yeah.
For anyone that creates content, your first 3 seconds is by far the most vital thing. Like that's
what people need.
It doesn't have to
them in.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like an effect. Like it doesn't have to be a flash or a boom. It should just be in the text. It can just be in how you open up with your body language, things like that. That's definitely
I like that, bro.
But yeah, I feel like you'll be able to do the same.
Yeah.
I'm so keen to see what you make, bro. Because in my head, I've got.
You've got like idea. Yeah, I don't even think you could picture what I'm gonna make it. But man, I'm just gonna go hard with it. Yeah, and yeah, the rollout. I'm gonna be a lot more active, but I'm gonna have people on the page. It's not my like Justify Collective has no ownership to you know what I mean. That means it's a lot of people are part of it. Bro. So you see a lot of people, even with the talking about interviews, talking about podcast clips, all that stuff. I'm not gonna even run some of those sections. I'm gonna have people running them sections. So even when like you'll be seeing interviews happen, it might not even be me interviewing you. You might see I don't know, other ideas that I have happening. I might not be in the face running it, but I'll have these people who I trust and who will be part of the brand. Yeah, so it's truly a collective. Yeah, it's truly a collective.
It's good stuff, bro.
Yeah, man.
Bro. Oh, I actually have one last thing. Wait, Jamae, how long have we been rolling on the video, not in the audio? Thought so. That's good. All right. So since we last spoke, there was a price raise in your haircuts.
Before?
No, that was like a week after we released our last one. So since we last spoke, there was a price raise in your haircuts. How was that experience, and what were some of the emotions customers had in response to it?
Oh yeah, I do remember this now. But it was funny because I was getting too booked out, bro. Like I was 2 months in advance.
Bro, I was telling you, I came to your barbershop on a Friday arvo to get my juicy stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, honestly, I'd book in for haircuts, but it's too long.
It's too long.
I can't plan that far ahead.
Yeah, and everyone has that problem. I don't hate anyone for it, and I understand it. But the thing is, it was like, all right, look, I'm too booked out to the point where my family wants to do something in 2 weeks, and that's a good notice for anyone. Someone tells you 2 weeks, fair enough notice. I can't do it. I'm like, look, give me a month and a half. It's not possible. You don't even know if you're doing something in a month and a half. So I was like, all right, for my own life, I can't even live unless I have a month and a half notice. This is getting too much. With editing, I didn't have time to even think of. I wasn't really pushing as much content as I was back then. I didn't have time. So I was like, all right, look, I need to go for a price raise. I was at 40. So I was like, if I go 50, 10's not going to hurt anyone. 20 will hurt a lot of people. So I had to hurt a lot of people. I had to push that like, look, I'm going to hurt people, but I'll gain new clients. So that's what I did. I jumped up 20, which I never have. In my whole barber career, I've gone from 3, 10, 15, 20. I went up 5, 25, 30, 35, 40. So then I was like, look, we're skipping the 5, we're skipping the 10, 15, we're going straight up 20. So I went up 20. It was hard because when I posted that, it was my most interacted post.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I had like 200 shares. So I know there was a lot of people saying like, who's this guy I think he is, man? There was a lot of that, or there was a lot of like people who were sad or whatever. I got some heartfelt messages, bro. I got people like, man, you've been my barber for 2 years and I just can't afford to come to you anymore. It's okay.
It's fair.
It's fair. And I was like, look, fair, yeah, 100%. And I said, look, don't see this as if you come to me in like 6 months from now that I'm going to have some resentment towards you because you stopped, bro. Like, I don't care, bro. It's cool. And yeah, a lot of people was like, look, I'm only going to come to you when I have an important cut because I only trust you when I need like some special. But for regular, I'll go to a cheaper barber. Cool. So I think, bro, That's
good that you're known as that part.
Yes, bro. Yeah,
That's an insane place that you found yourself in.
Yeah, where but like people know, like, all right,
it's like luxury.
He's the guy. Yeah. But for a regular basis, it's not that deep.
Yeah.
So and I like that. I really like that. So that first 3 months was good. I didn't have much people. It was, you could check my website and you'd have a spot next week, maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Latest 2 weeks. So it was good. And then I think what happened, I started pushing a little bit more content, like actually a lot more content and photos. I started taking photos and upping my feed. So people look on my feed, more professional photos on my camera. And then I think after Christmas, I went and got busy again. That's when it got real busy. New Year's hit. I don't know what happened after New Year's. Everyone forgot that I've upped it to 60, and then I just went back to being booked out. Now I'm almost at that stage that I was before with 40. Wow. I'm getting there, bro. Yeah, like if you check my website now, maybe mid-June is the next spot. Second week of June would be the next spot. Yeah. Maybe one or two in between, but it's mostly booked out. But this is what I've said to myself. I'm really comfortable with 60. I don't want to up it more. 60 for cut, 70 for haircut, beard. I'm really happy with it. I don't want to up it more. And I don't think I will for a while unless I get a shop. Because right now I'm still living with my parents. There's not much expenses I have. I have rent, which I pay them. But I have much expenses. So I'm like, look, I don't need to up it and I don't think I will.
Yeah.
So now if you can't book,
Would you ever have another chair at your garage?
As of today, I'm speaking to another female, not for a barber, but for a braider. Because I think there's a bigger market for braiding. Right now, a lot of guys are growing their hair out. Even some of my white boys and Asian boys are getting into braids. It's seen, some people say it's like cultural appropriation, right? But I don't see it as that. It's long hair. It doesn't matter, bro. Like Vikings have braids. It's cool. So I'm trying to get a braider in there to do. She can do locks. So I have my locks managed. I'll have people with braids managed. Everything managed. Yeah. And I'll have a braider. So I think that will make it better. And then I can focus on barbering a lot more, make more money, build that up too. Because the thing with having another barber, unless they're my level, that sounds very, very arrogant.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
That was my follow-up.
Yeah. Like
because you're putting your brand into someone.
That's what I'm saying. Unless they're my level, right?
Yeah.
People always go like, nah, I'd just rather get it from Jason. If this guy's here, bro, they'll be like, nah, juicy. So the other thing too is it's at my house. Yeah. So I have to trust you that whoever your clients are, because you're bringing different clientele. Maybe you cut a few of my excess clients that can't come, but any barber I'm getting now already has an established client base, you know? I'll be bringing them to me. So unless their clients are like respectable, it's my house. And I know that my clients like know that this is my house. So I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical on that whole aspect too. Like, you know, I need to make sure their clients can respect my space too, and I live there.
So as a shop, what are you thinking?
Shop, I'm 100%. Yeah.
Where would you
like
put one?
Four or five barbers. Huh?
Where would you put one?
Between Penrith and Blacktown. In that area.
I think with Universal opening up. Mm-hmm. I think with
like towards here.
I think Penrith would be your best bet.
Proper,
I reckon that's where your name is the most.
Mm-hmm. And big like bigger than how that shop is. More like everything, because I want to sell my clothes there. I want to run like stuff there. I want to be able to do the cuts there. Have so many people a part of it, not just me.
That's what Universal did well. Made it bigger than a barbershop.
Exact same concept, but not copying. Yeah.
But then you don't want to go too far to the Culture Kings aspect of like.
No. Then it becomes clothing over cuts. No.
Yeah,
cuts first.
Yeah.
And then cuts, braids, washes, all that, and then everything else.
21, man. That's who I'm talking to. 21-year-old man.
20. Almost 21. 20, but almost 21, bro. It's all right, though. I'll take 21. 21 is good. Yeah.
I haven't got any more questions for you, brother. And it's 3:15 and you have to head off in 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's cool, bro.
Pleasure as always, brother. A famous hat trick, man. A famous hat trick.
What a hat trick, man.
How do you feel?
Pleasure to be here. I love it, bro.
Yeah.
I love this. I'm getting comfortable on the mic, bro. I might have to take over.
Yeah.
I'll take over.
I not the podcast because it's Helos and Homies, but for content I'm in, I'm waiting for the day that people start to come to me and go, have you ever thought about someone else being in front of the content on behalf of Helos?
On behalf of Helos, yeah. That'd be hard.
Because the one thing I always was glad I did was Helos is not my name.
Good.
At all. Like it's not even close.
What does it mean?
Telos is ultimate aim or purpose in Greek or ancient Greek or whatever. And then, H is Harry.
Okay, yeah.
But I was going to run with Telos, but it was everywhere. And then Helos, the only thing that popped up was a helicopter.
Okay.
I was like, I'm sweet.
That's smart. Have you trademarked your name?
Yeah.
You have, yeah.
Helos Streetwear. But pleasure, brother.
All right, good. Great. Blessed.
What an evening. I said my first cease and desist.
This is the first one, right? Yeah. You haven't talked to anyone about it? Hopefully, don't talk to anyone else. It shouldn't be a trend. Oh, number 3, number 4. And then you have like a whole series, like collection of cease and desist. Yeah, man.
Yeah, playlist on TikTok.
Bro, but like that's what I want to be. I want to be an example for everyone else, even if you're a bigger brand than me, just to make sure.
Yeah, the due diligence.
You know
that lesson will carry across.
It will carry across, bro.
All right, brother.
Let's go.
We'll finally say goodbye.
Let's call that.
One episode.
Bless.